According to the latest expert assessment of the war in Ukraine, it has been decided that Russia is advancing on 3 fronts. News.com has learned of reports indicating that Vladimir Putin's forces are reversing the meager gains made by Ukraine during its counteroffensive and forcing the besieged country's troops into a defensive posture. The report by the Washington-based Institute for the Study of War (ISW) on January 18 noted that Russia has made substantial progress in Ukraine near the war-torn city of Bakhmut, the hotspot city of Avdiivka, and along the border between Donetsk and Zaporizhia oblasts. Adding a greater significance to these findings is that these areas are where Ukraine focused its efforts and made gains during their spring and summer counteroffensives. The ISW also noted an advance by Russia in Bogdanivka northwest of occupied Bakhmut. Ukraine's spokesperson for the ground forces, Lieutenant Colonel Volodymyr Fedyo, acknowledged Russia's efforts in the area, specifically in the direction of Kupiansk and Kharkiv Oblast to the city's north, per the Kyiv Post. Another area where Putin's forces appear to be gaining ground is near the fortress city of Avdiivka. The fight for the city has been raging for 3 months, per the Center for Eastern Studies, during which Russia sacrificed thousands of military assets to Ukraine's guns. At one point, per a previous report by News.com, Putin lost more than 3,000 men in 3 days along with numerous armored vehicles and weapons systems. While this may have posed a warning to the soldiers on the ground and diminished their appetites for the war, it certainly did nothing for the Kremlin's desire for conquest, and reports soon surfaced of retreating Russian soldiers being executed. The Kremlin's cold resolve is paying off, according to the experts, as Russia is reported to be making inroads near the southwest of Avdiivka too. The ISW notes that the city has been surrounded and the only Ukrainian access to it is on the western side. Skirmishes continue to plague the area northwest of the city in the vicinity of a coke plant and the southeastern industrial areas. There is also a notable encroachment marked by sporadic fighting in the southwestern areas near Pervomaisk and Nevelsk. As a result of these battlefield achievements by Russian forces, the defending troops have switched to a defensive posture. The country's peril is not lost on its Western allies. A European delegation visiting the US gave Democrats and Republicans an ultimatum: either they continue aiding Ukraine or lose European support should there be a conflict between the US and China due to the tensions over Taiwan, per The Hill. The US Democratic Front has since mirrored the call for US aid to Ukraine, per NBC News. In a meeting with lawmakers, President Joe Biden's top staffers claimed that if another aid package was not approved for Ukraine before the end of January, Russia could win its war against Ukraine in weeks.